tombé ma tête après les n'allait sortir ma tête me parler n'a dit nous quand même moi mettre en banane pas li poko mourir n'allait les mauvais gemmes battre moi en tout ya fouillé pour n'alla les finira les moi ma tête moi laisse ça battre.
The building started shaking like an apple tree. It was, and I told her, you know, we are going to die. This office will collapse, we will die. And people, you know, running in the streets, screaming that it's the end of the world.
When I see that thing, I crying because first time I see that thing. I pray God to that happen to us again because us people dying.
Jacmel, a historical coastal town 40 kilometers south of Port-au-Prince. The earthquake has wreaked havoc here, damaging 60% of the buildings and forcing tens of thousands of people onto the streets into makeshift camps. With the road from the capital blocked, the first aid to arrive comes by ship. It's 6 days after the earthquake and Plan Aid is on board.
Now we have just received 2 boats that came from the Dominican Republic with family kits and tents for people in the shelters. We are trying very hard to get it done very quickly so that we can start the distribution very early because, as they said, it's very urgent for them to have these things now.
Using Plan's existing links with local communities and new relationships with camp leaders, Plan has provided tents, food and portable toilets to around 50,000 people. The community leaders were responsible for cooking and handing out food, often the only meal of the day for many camp dwellers. Plan was also quick to organize therapeutic games for children, giving them a break from the bleak situation, but also allowing Plan staff to identify any children who would need specialist care for trauma.
Tout le monde a participé. L'activité est très bonne pour eux parce qu'après tout on calcule dans la tête. Après on reprend.
Jacmel, once a quaint town built on the fortunes of coffee exporters, now lies in ruins. It'll be a long time until things return to normal. But Haitians are resilient, and as the days go by, are rebuilding their lives, often supported by their faith, be it voodoo or Christian, like this tea seller.
Oui, wade l'hiver, wade toute la terre. Même qui crée celle la terre, remède la va petit tout. Même qui allait à qui a événement, on va aller au nom de moi. Même qui allait à papa, c'est une bonne souple. Puis dites-nous à l'instruction.
Merci. Oh, ok.
In Croix-des-Bouquets, just northwest of Port-au-Prince, tens of thousands of people have been forced to set up home in camps.
C'est poussière pas bon pour nati nous. Yo dit nous que nous faire toilette nous en n'importe l'eau et nous pas jeune l'eau et des gouttes pour nous chercher pour nous faire toilette. Mais côté nous ben.
In the face of such terrible conditions, many young people volunteer to help Plan with its work.
Well, what we have discussed now is the strategy to distribute the items in the communities. Each of the youth who are here, each of them is responsible of a camp. They will be with Plan facilitators. So they will make sure that the committees are there, that they are functioning and that they are able to manage what is coming.
Bon, les besoins immédiats de ces familles, c'est surtout en matière de nourriture, en eau, et puis ils ont besoin aussi des tentes pour pouvoir s'abriter.
Maintenant, personne ne peut pas aller à l'école. Donc les enfants sont dans les rues. Ils n'ont plus de maison pour dormir. Dans ce cas, on doit faire quelque chose.
So far, thousands of family kits have been distributed across 19 camps, and 25 young volunteers regularly visit the camps to play therapeutic games with children. In both Jacmel and Croix-des-Bouquets, latrines and child-friendly spaces continue to be built. These are areas where children can gather during the day and play safely in the midst of the chaos around them. Cash for work clearing rubble, installing water and drainage systems, and building temporary schools is currently providing more than 600 people with paid work. This will soon rise to more than 2,000 people. Plan has so far assessed 500 damaged schools, and 45 sites have been earmarked for temporary school construction. Right after the earthquake, Plan Canada arranged the shipment of $13 million worth of medicine, which will be distributed by the World Health Organization in Port-au-Prince.
Un don du gouvernement canadien de plans, et nous allons utiliser tous ces Pédialytes pour les services de malnutrition dans les hôpitaux que supporte OMS en Haïti. On a un focus spécial ici pour les orphelinats. Donc tous les médicaments qu'on reçoit en don vont aussi une partie pour les orphelinats à travers le programme de nutrition.
The devastation left by the earthquake created one of the worst disasters that Plan and other aid agencies have had to deal with. Never have Plan officers been hit so severely. In the immediate aftermath, Plan experts flew in from around the world to support the work of local staff. But in the long term, the huge task of helping the recovery and reconstruction remains with the local team, who were affected just as badly as everyone else.
I've lost a lot of family members, my grandmother, aunt, cousins with all their family, kids, wife and everything. But I think it's the case for everybody. So I don't know if it's knowing that it's a general thing that gives you the strength to, you feel it's not worth crying. Why? Because everybody's in the same situation. So you just feel very grateful that you're here and that you're able to support others. It's that.
Although the situation appears dire, many Haitians see this as an opportunity for a new beginning. Plan and UNICEF asked 1,000 young people and children their views on the future of Haiti. We hope their voices will be officially considered as part of the blueprint for the country's recovery and reconstruction. After all, it is their future that's being rebuilt.
C'est nous, en tant que jeunes, qui devons reconstruire le pays. Avant, on n'avait pas la possibilité d'intégrer dans le pays, mais maintenant, je pense qu'on aura toutes notre possibilités.